And good morning, all. That we are today we are going to discuss about the numericals, which is on the boiling that, and we'll take that as four more numericals. And if any doubt in the boiling, we can clear it today. And so we'll go further in the next classes, next part of the what is called as a condensation. That is okay. So first numericals. Yes, here water at atmospheric pressure. Okay, water at atmospheric pressure certain is the what is called as one atmospheric pressure or 1.3, 1.03 or something. That is water at atmospheric pressure is boiling on a brass surface, heated from the heated from the below. Okay, below. So that one is, if surface is at, okay, if surface is at 108 degrees Celsius, this is called as the 108 degrees Celsius. Okay, if the surface is at 108 degrees Celsius, determine the heat flux and compare the same with critical heat flux. Compare the same with the critical heat flux settings. Okay, so here the diagram here, this is called as a brass surface. Understand? So this is called as a brass surface here. That is, so this brass surface temperature of the brass surface is 108 degrees Celsius. Above the brass surfaces, there will be a water. Okay, the heat transfer is that one is the, this is the what is called as a heat transfer. Okay, to the brass material, heat transfer from the brass surface to the water here. That one is. So what is the heat flux? Okay, determine the heat flux. That one is a small q. Understand? So atmospheric pressure is going on atmosphere. That one is the 1.013 atmospheric. That one is. Understand? Okay. So determine the heat flux and compare the same with the critical heat flux certainties. Okay. So what is the saturation temperature of the water? Saturation temperature of the water is called as the 100 degrees Celsius. And what is the surface temperature of the brass material? So that one is the surface temperature of the brass material is called as a 108 degrees Celsius. Then, so this surface temperature of the brass surfaces minus saturation temperature of the water, that is equal to 108 degrees Celsius minus 100 degrees Celsius is equal to 8 degrees Celsius. So this is called as a delta TE. What is the delta TE here? Delta TE is nothing but excess temperature. Understand? So delta T is called as a excess temperature. Where you learn this one is excess temperature, that one is in the pool boiling, the curve. So that one is the pool boiling curve. Okay. So excess temperature versus heat flux. Okay. So where you discuss these things, that one is. Understand? So that is called as the excess temperature. Okay. So then, so thermophysical properties here, that one is what we discuss, that one is the heat flux. Heat flux, that whatever the heat flux obtained does not depend on the surface properties of the material. Understand? Does not depend upon the material size or anything, that one is. Okay. That's why we are taking that one is the thermophysical properties of water at saturation temperature 100 degrees Celsius. Understand? So the sun is thermophysical properties of the water at saturation temperature is 100 degrees Celsius. From table, okay, from table, that one is, so you need to calculate what table, that means that one is the data handbook. Understand? So data handbook. So you need to calculate, you need to note down. So that one is properties of water at 100 degrees Celsius. What is the density of liquid? Liquid, that one is water. So rho L is equal to rho F. Rho F means that one is a fluid. So liquid is also fluid. Understand? Rho L is equal to rho F is equal to 958.4 kg per meter cube. Understand? Then rho v, okay? Rho v at the density, okay? That is the density of vapor. Density of vapor, that is equal to 0.5955 kg per meter cube. Okay, then CPL, okay, this one is the CPL, this one is the 4200, so 20 joules per kg Kelvin. Specific heat certain is, understand, specific heats of that one is a liquid or that one is a fluid, that one is equal to 42220 joules per Kelvin, that one is the at 100 degrees Celsius, that one is, understand, okay. Then what is that one is the dynamic viscosity, mu L. Mu L is called as a dynamic, so that is also called as a mu F, okay. So dynamic viscosity of the water at 100 degrees Celsius from data and book, that is mu F is equal to 279 into 10 raised to minus 6 Newton second per meter square, okay. Then, okay, this one is Prandtl number. Prandtl number, which is also available in the data and book. So if you take that one is a saturation temperature, so 100 degrees Celsius, that one is PRL or PRF, Prandtl number per water or liquid, that one is equal to 1.75. 1.75. Then HFG, latent heat of water at 100 degrees Celsius, 2257 kilojoules per kg. It is in kilojoules per kg. Understand? It is in kilojoules per kg, that is, okay. Then sigma, that one is the surface tension. Surface tension of the water with the, that is called as a plate, that one is, so 58.9 into 10 raised to minus 3 Newton per meter. This is the SI unit of the, so that one is the surface tension of the water, that one is Newton per meter. So that means you can directly, okay, it is also available in the data handbook. Surface tension of, that is at 100 degrees Celsius, that is at 100 degrees Celsius. So that one is the surface tension of the water is, that's already given in the data handbook. You can go through the data handbook. It is available. Page number 148. These properties which is available in the page number 5 or 6, okay. Properties of water, understand? So properties of water which are available in the data handbook, that is, understand? So that here you can note down that it is the properties of water which are available here. I think this is the page number here, page number 22, okay. Listen here. Okay, all of you see here that one is, okay. Yes, Sakib, you can see the data handbook here.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, page number, what is called as, that's a page number 22. Here that is the properties values of the liquid, understand? So properties values of the liquid in saturated state, understand? In saturated state, that one is, that is a water here, understand? This is the water. So that is the temperature 100 degrees Celsius, okay? So temperature is called as 100 degrees Celsius. Then you can note down all the properties here, understand, which are required, that means you can note down all the properties here in the data handbook, that one is, okay. So HFG, where you get that one is HFG in the data handbook, also you can get in the, okay, or you can note down from the, what is called as HFG is 100 degrees Celsius from the steam table, you can note down that one, okay. This sigma, okay, this sigma value you can get from the page number 148. Page number 148 here. Understand? Page number 148. This one is the surface tension value of the water at the saturation temperature. So you can get from the data handbook. Understand? Okay. Okay. Here that one is the what is that one is the heat flux. Okay. So all the data after the note down all the data from the data handbook, then heat flux. Heat flux. This is the formula which is available in the data handbook. That one is, understand. So that one is, I will show that one is okay. Sakib, yours, so that's an visible the screen what I said.
No, sir.
Yes, 1 minute. Now it is.
Yeah, now it is visible, sir.
Yes. Okay. Listen here. This one is we can take in the formula here. Understand? So this is the formula. Okay. Film condense is not a. This one is here. This one is. Sorry, that one is. I didn't take in that one is the boiling part here. So that one is. Okay. This is if you go to that one is a boiling. Okay. Boiling in the data handbook. This formula which is available in the that one is called as the in the
Can't see,
data
sir.
handbook.
It is not visible, sir.
Now it is.
Yeah, now it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So that one is QS. Okay, QS. That one is this new. That one is a formula which is available in the boiling. Okay. So which is available in the boiling QS. That one is equal to mu L HFG G into rho L minus rho V divided by sigma raised to zero point 0.5 or 1 upon 2. That one is into CPL into delta TE. Delta T is called as excess temperature. There is CSL. CSL we can take from the that one is called as a brass water. Understand? If we go to the data handbook, that one is CSL values or CSF. Okay, CSF or CSL. Okay, so L represent that one is called as a liquid, or F represent that one is the fluid. CSL also is so we can call that one as a CSF. So this CSF values from for the brass water. Understand? Because of the here the material is the brass. Understand? So in the numerical, what we are saying that is a brass material. Understand? So water is the fluid. Understand? So brass and water CS values that one is you have to take from the data handbook that one is which is in the page number 149 or 150 that one is. Understand? Okay, you can take that one specific it that one is 0.0060 from the data handbook. You can take that one is. Understand? Okay, so that's into HFG to PR raised to N. Okay, PR also you can take it from the data handbook. Okay, raised to N. This N, okay, PR raised to N is equal to 1 for the liquid. Okay, it will be different for the gas or some other chemicals. Understand? Okay, so PR raised to N is there. It will be so different from. Okay, so different for the different liquids that one is. Okay, here is the Q. Okay, so we are taking that one is called as a N. It's above the CPL into delta TE divided by CSL into HFG into PRS to N. Raised to N is this one is called as a Q. Okay, this N is called as a 3 here. Okay, so it is available in the data handbook, this formula. Okay, so substitute all the values here. Okay, substitute the whatever we taken that values from the data handbook. So that is called as the properties of water at 100 degrees Celsius saturation temperature. Substitute all these things, okay, in the what is called as the here in the formula. Then you will get that one is the what is called as the so value of this one is. Okay, so substitute all the parameters here. So above in the above equation, that is sigma is equal to 58.9 into 10 raised to minus 3 units from the data book also. Then it will get that one is called as the value of around that one is the correctly calculate that one is so for n is so PRS to n is there one so PR that means the Prandtl number is 1.75 at saturation temperature of the water. Okay, for water that one is n is equal to 1, but here this is the cube is there. Then you have to note down all these things. Then QS is equal to 727.688 kilowatt per meter square will we get, that is answer. Understand? So 727.688 so kilowatt per meter square you will get the answer, that one is okay. Next, this is the heat flux. Okay, but in the numericals he asked to compare this heat flux with a critical heat flux. Understand? Okay, so also critical heat flux, this formula which is available in the data handbook, critical heat flux in the boiling pot, that is which is also available in the data handbook, that is critical heat flux is equal to QSC, that is equal to 0.18 into rho V raised to 1/2 HFG into G into sigma into rho L minus rho V. So whole raised to 1/4. So which is the formula used to calculate the critical heat flux here. Okay. So this is also available from the data book, and whatever this also called as rho V, a water at saturation temperature. Okay. All this data you have to substitute here in the critical heat flux equation. Then, so the value will be get around, that one is the critical heat flux, that one is a 1520.58 kilowatt per meter square, that one is. Understand? Then, so you see these values, okay? Critical heat, so critical heat flux values and the heat flux values. Which one is greater here? Which one is greater here? Critical heat flux is greater. Understand? Critical heat flux is greater than. Understand? So, and all of you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. What it indicates? What it indicates actually? What it indicates?
Transfer to unit area.
That one is. All of you go through that what I discussed, that one is. Well, so in the present calculation, critical heat flux is more than the is called as a normal heat flux, that one is. Understand? The meaning of this one. Yourself answer, that one is, you have to please mute yourself if you want to answer yourself and answer, that one is. Now the guys. Yes. Oh. Hello, my dear students. Please put yourself, and if you want to answer, that one is on the present numericals, you have to and answer for this one is. What is the meaning of this one is? Srinivas. Jit.
Heat transfer is more during critical state, sir.
Heat transfer is more during the critical state. What it indicates? What it indicates? For boiling this one. Heat flux, okay. Mute yourself. Mute yourself. Yourself, if you want to answer, that one is unmute and answer to me, that one is. Okay. Heat flux is 727.688 0.88 kilowatt per meter square, and critical heat flux is 1500. Okay, this one is whatever the heat flux is than the critical heat flux. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes. You are listening here. That one is okay.
Yeah, I can see, sir.
Yeah. Heat flux is 727.088 kilowatt per meter square is there, which is less than the critical heat flux. Means whatever that one is the boiling is called as a nucleate boiling. Are you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that one is whatever that's a boiling is, because of that one is whatever the heat flux earlier we calculated. What is saying in the problem? Compare the heat flux with the critical heat flux. Means that is at the last one sentence you have to write that is okay. At the problem, at the end of the problem, the heat flux which is less than the critical heat flux means nucleate boiling will be taking place. Certain is understand nucleate. This is the type of the nucleate boiling that one is understand. Okay, so this is the how you are comparing. Comparing means you have to write the one so word that one is understand. Okay. So I hope you understood these things, and we'll go for the next problem weapon. Okay. Here. Next one is water at atmospheric pressure. Okay. Water at atmospheric pressure is boiling on mechanically polished stainless steel surfaces. Okay. Water at atmospheric pressure is boiling on mechanically polished stainless steel surfaces. Okay. So you have to remember the material. Stainless steel surfaces which is heated electrically from below, which is electrically heated from the below. Determine the heat flux. Okay, determine the heat flux from the surface to the water when the surface temperature is 106 degrees Celsius, and compare with the critical heat flux for the nucleate boiling. Okay, he clearly mentioned here nucleate boiling. Okay, he clearly mentioned that one is the nucleate boiling. Suppose whatever the heat flux you are calculated is more than the a critical heat flux. What type of boiling that one is? Yes. What type of boiling that is? That is called as the film boiling. Understand? Are you here, Sakib Mayas?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, that is called as. So
Film
here,
boiling.
here clearly that one is the nucleate boiling. That one is repeat for the case of water boiling on the Teflon. Understand?
Okay.
Repeat for the case of the water boiling on the Teflon. Means certain is the, so instead of the stainless steel surfaces, if you are taking that one is the Teflon. Understand? Teflon coated stainless steel surfaces, then you have to calculate the what is the heat flux that one is. Understand? This is the theme of the problem. First, what you need to calculate that one is the calculate the heat flux when you taking that one is the stainless steel. Then you calculate the critical heat flux. After that is change the material. So that is called as a Teflon coated stainless steel. Then you have to calculate the heat flux that one is. So you have to compare that one is. Understand? What is the surface temperature is given?
106.
106. Understand? So 106 they given. That's a surface temperature. So at okay, but you should not take any definition the properties of the water at 106 degrees Celsius. Understand? You should take the what is called as the properties of water at 100 degrees Celsius only, because of that is the boiling temperature, saturation temperature of the water is called as the 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, again from the HMT data handbook. So that means the properties of water, saturated water at 100 degrees Celsius. You have to note down all these values. What is the CSF? CSF you can get from the data handbook. That's the page number 148. So 0.013. That is for the mechanically polished surface. What is that one is? Mechanically stainless steel. For stainless steel material, this CSF value is for the stainless steel material. Okay, stainless steel water, which is available in the data handbook, that is page number 148. You have to note down. Then HFG. HFG value at saturation temperature is 2250 joules per gram here. Joules per, you have to note down here, joules per gram is given in the, so that one is, you have to convert that one is joules per kg, correct? Okay, then Royal is equal to 962 is given, okay? Royal is given 962 then, and Rovi is equal to 0.60, understand? Rovi is equal to 0.60, and CPL, specific heat of the water, that one is 4211 joules per kg degrees Celsius. Then PR is equal to 1.75. Mul is equal to 2.77 into 10 raised to minus 4 kg per, what that one is the Newton, okay, kg per, that one is, you can call Newton meter per second, that one. From the data handbook, sigma is equal to 100 degrees Celsius, 58.8 into 10 raised to minus 3. So which is also available in the data handbook, okay. So substitute all these properties in the below equation, which is the critical flux calculation, okay, critical flux calculations. Don't confusion that one is critical, so that means the critical heat flux will be different, and simply that one is a heat flux at the properties of the water will be different, that one is, understand? So this is called as a simply that one is the heat flux calculations, understand? So which is available, this formula which is available in the data handbook, note down that there is a formula which is in the data handbook and substitute all these values here, understand? So that what is the excess temperature? How to calculate the excess temperature? Excess temperature is equal to 106 minus 100. That is called as a 6 degrees Celsius is called as the excess temperature here. Okay. This is the substitute all these values. Then you will get that one is called as the, what is called as QS. Okay. Heat flux. Okay. Heat flux, that one is the 29,289 watt per meter square. Understand? 29,289 watt per meter square. So that one is the heat flux we will get, that one is. Understand? Then, so that one is after this calculation of the heat flux, so you need to compare with the critical heat flux. Then you have to go to the, that one is, you have to take the, note down the formula from the data handbook. That one is called as a critical heat flux here. That one is QS is equal to 0.18 rho V raised to 1/2 HFG G into sigma. So into rho L minus rho V raised to 1/4. Okay. So this is from the data handbook. Substitute that one is rho L rho V. Okay. These are the properties of water at 100 degrees Celsius. From the just data handbook, you can note down that one is, so whatever you note down that one is, you have to substitute here. Then it will get that one is the critical heat flux values 1.107 into 10 raised to 6 watt per meter square, that one is, understand? Which is greater than the this heat flux or less than the heat flux? Yes? Yes, anyone?
Which one, sir?
Yes?
Greater than, sir. This Q.
Yes. So greater than the, so that one is the, so critical heat flux is more. Understand? Critical heat flux is more. Means that one is called as a nucleate boiling. Okay. So this is called as a nucleate boiling, that one is. Understand? So that one is the, you have to compare from the above to, that one is the, what is called as a, here compare, that one is the 29,289 watt per meter square, and critical heat flux is a 1.107 into 10 raised to 6 watt per meter square. Heat flux is less than the critical heat flux, hence the nucleate boiling exists. Okay. Suppose in case heat flux is greater than the critical heat flux, then pill boiling exists and the assumptions are not satisfied. Is it so? Are you clear? This one is again as usual. If the boiling, as soon as the boiling start, film boiling is not possible. Correct?
Yeah, yeah, sir.
Film boiling is not possible. Means certainly if it is more than the critical heat flux, whatever the heat flux we calculated, more than the critical heat flux, that assumption is not satisfied. Okay, remember that one is okay. So that is not possible in the natural cases that one is okay. So go okay. This is what we calculated. What to understand this problem, and if it is Teflon coated, I think I will like. So you may ask the question. Certain is the today that one is the pan. Many of the heating pan come with the Teflon coated. Second, right?
Yes,
Yeah?
sir.
Yeah. Why? Why that they are going for the Teflon coated? Yeah, Teflon coated. So for that one is the what is that one is for that one you can go that one is the what is called as a CSF value of the Teflon water coated, that one is the so it is a non-stick, correct?
Yes, sir. Non-stick.
Non-stick that one is understand. So non-stick that one is so clearly it's here that one is the put this CSF value of the Teflon coated stainless steel surfaces. That one is the heat flux you will get. If you calculate that one is a CSF values. Understand? Okay. Okay. If you substitute this what is called as a CPL value, CPL and CSL value for the Teflon. Understand? So that one is the you will get that one is called as a Teflon coated heat flux value. You will get that one is 34,000. Okay. That is a sorry, 3,45,300. That one is understand watt per meter square. Okay, so 345,300. Okay, watt per. So that is the meter square here. Correct? Understand? Okay. So I took that one is the Teflon coated. That one is the values of the some that one is the CSF values of the Teflon coated and calculated the heat flux. I got the that's the value is 345,300 watt per meter square. But okay, so this heat flux, okay, 345,300 values that is the heat flux value is greater than the this 29,289. So that one is the watt per meter square. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, means that one is in the Teflon coated. You getting my point? So in the Teflon coated material, heat flux will be is more. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Understand? Heat flux will be more, but it is still less than the critical heat flux. Correct?
Yeah, yeah, sir.
It is still less than the critical heat flux here. Understand? Means that one is the nucleate boiling is exist also here. Correct? Okay. Okay. So what you understand? So this problem here, whatever if it is also a Teflon coated, that means so that one is here. This one is the heat flux which is related to the stainless steel. That means then in the Teflon coated, the heat flux is more as compared to the stainless steel material. That one is hence in the nowadays that one is the they are using the Teflon coated material that one is for the heating purposes. But whatever even if it is a Teflon coated, the heat flux which is less than the critical heat flux. Understand? Hence, what it indicates that one is the nucleate boiling is exist. That one is then it is the so that one is the follow the assumptions. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Do you have any questions, Sakib, regarding this one?
No, no, sir.
Yeah. Done. So we'll go to that one is the what is called as a third numerical certainty. Okay. So here, water at atmospheric pressure is to be boiled in the polished copper pan. First one is called as the brass material. Second numericals we taken that one is called as the stainless steel material, and third one is called as the Teflon also we took. Okay. Then
Yes.
So this one is a copper pan. Okay. The diameter of the pan is given. Understand? Diameter of the pan is given. What is the diameter? Why they given the diameter? Okay. In the earlier two cases, the dimensions of the material not given. Understand? So that means here they given the diameter of the pan here 350 mm and kept at 115 degrees Celsius means 115 degrees Celsius. Calculate the following. Power of the burner. Understand? Okay. For the heating the what is called as the pan, you need require that one is the stove or anything that one is. Understand? Okay. Or heater. So what is that one is the power of the burner you need to calculate. That is called as a Q, capital Q. Understand? Capital Q. Capital Q is equal to small q divided by surface area, correct? Heat flux.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that we need to calculate the capital Q. So to calculate the capital Q, so this area you need to calculate. That's why they given that one is the a diameter here. So you getting my point, Sakib?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, power of the burner you need to calculate. Rate of evaporation, kg per hour in kg per means certain is mass flow rate. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Mass flow rate you need to calculate. So that's the one thing. Second thing that one is. Then critical heat flux. For these conditions you need to calculate that one is. Understand? Critical heat flux you need to calculate that one. Okay. So suppose this one is cut as the a pan, copper pan here. So the surface temperature of the copper pan is 115 degrees Celsius, and around above this one is there will be water, and saturation temperature of the water is equal to 100 degrees Celsius. So you can see that one is the diameter of the copper pan 350 mm that one is. Understand? So you have to note down that one is the, so this is here the, so heating will be taking place. You need to calculate the what is the power of, if it is using the burner, what is the power of the burner you need to calculate. So this D is equal to copper pan diameter 350 mm, so is equal to 0.350 meter. You can convert this one into the meter. So TS is equal to surface temperature, that is called as 115 degrees Celsius. Then excess temperature is equal to 115 minus 100 is equal to 15 degrees Celsius. Understand? 15 degrees Celsius is called as a surface temperature. Then power of the burner. How to calculate the power of the burner? Capital Q. So heat transfer rate. Okay. So capital Q is equal to Q, small q. Okay. Sorry. This is capital Q divided by A. Okay. So this is a heat flux. So this is the heat flux. Okay. Right. This one is, and rate of evaporation, mass flow rate. Mass flow rate that is equal to capital Q divided by HFG. Understand? So actually this A, okay, this A is called as multiplications of this one is, okay.
Q into A, small q into A.
Small q into A. Sorry for this one is, this is the small q into A, okay. Then rate of evaporation, MA, okay. Q divided by HFG. Already you know about that one is the how to calculate the mass flow rate in the previous transient heat conductions and in the pins also, correct? Okay.
Yes, sir.
This M is equal to Q divided by HFG, that one is. Then critical heat flux, okay. Critical heat flux, you can note down the formula from the data handbook, that is the critical heat flux, that one is, and substitute that one is the whatever the that's properties of water, you can calculate the so critical heat flux, that one is. Understand? First, so in order to calculate the power of the burner, we need to know about that one is the heat flux here. Understand? Okay. So in order to calculate the heat flux, you have to note down the properties of water at saturation temperature of water. Understand? So properties of the water at saturation. So temperature of the water, that's 100 degrees Celsius. And so you can note down, already you know how to note down that one is from the data handbook. You have to note down all these things, Royal up, right? So Royal and Robi and CPL, that one is the, so that one is mu, so mu L and mu up, that one is the, so Prandtl number, so dynamic viscosity, HFG, that one is Then, so what is called as a sigma surface tension, and excess temperature is 50, so 15 degrees Celsius. That is. Then, how power up burner? Before calculating the power of the burner here, so you need to calculate the heat flux. So this is the formula to calculate the heat flux here. Okay. So mu L HFG G into rho L minus rho V divided by sigma raised to 0.5. So into CPL. So delta TE CSL into HFG into PR raised to N raised to 3. So this is the calculation of the heat flux. You have to note down from the data and book. Then CSL value page number, so 148 I saw that I told already. So this from the data and book, this is a copper, understand? So copper for the copper material, CSL values 0.013. This is for the copper material that is from the data and book. You have to note on that, understand? Okay, which is available in the page number 148 or 150, that one is. Okay, substitute all the values in the equation number 1. Okay, equation number, which is, this is the equation number 1. Then you can calculate the heat flux here. Okay, so we will get the heat flux value after substituting all the values. You will get that one is a heat flux value 471. Okay, QS is equal to 471.06 kilowatt per meter square. Understand? 471.06 kilowatt per meter square. This is called as the heat flux when you're taking the copper pan. Okay, so this you will get that one is boiling heat transfer. That means the then heat transfer of the burner or power of the burner can be calculated. That one is called as a that means that means Q is equal to heat flux small q. Understand? 471.06 into pi by 4 into 0.35 square. Correct? This is a pan. Okay. Diameter is given. Understand? So diameter means certainly you have to calculate the area using like this one is pi by 4. So then into 0.35 bracket square. Okay. So this is called as a 45.32 kilowatt. Okay. You will get that one is is capital Q value. So this is called as a power of the burner. Okay, power of the burner, which is used to heat the copper pan. Okay, so this is the power of the burner. You can calculate that one is done. Okay, rate of evaporation. Second thing is you need to calculate mass flow rate. Okay, or rate of evaporation. Okay, if you're supplying to the heat to the copper pan using the burner, then evaporation it will be taking. Understand? Then that evaporation you need to calculate. So already you need to calculate that one is the Q. Okay, that's a capital Q 45.32 kilowatt. That is already calculated. So that means Q is equal to, you know this formula. This is the Q is equal to M into HFG. Okay, Q is equal to M into HFG. So M is equal to Q divided by HFG. Okay. So what he told to calculate in the kg per hour. Understand? He told to calculate the kg per hour. Q is in kilowatt. So that means, so 45.32 into 10 raised to 3, you have to convert that one into the watt. Then HFG 2257 into 10 raised to 3 here. That is 0.02 kg per second is there. So you have to convert into the, that one is the, what you need to do here? You have to multiply by the 3600. I am right here?
Yes, sir. Multiply by 3600.
Yeah. So you will get that one is the kg per hour. That one is okay. The rate of evaporation. Okay. Rate of evaporation is equal to 72 kg per hour. Okay. So this is the mass flow rate or rate of evaporation certainly. Then, so you calculated the power of the burner, rate of evaporation. Then you calculated the, you have to, third one is called as a calculation of the critical heat flux here. Okay. Critical heat flux from the data and book. So you have to note down the formula here. This critical heat flux is equal to 0.18 rho V raised to 1 upon 2 HFG. That is G into sigma okay, into rho L minus rho V raised to 1 upon 4. So which is available in the data book, note down. And so critical heat flux, okay, critical heat flux is there. So you will value will get that is the 1.52 megawatt per meter square, that is. Understand? Okay, which is greater than the, what is called as heat flux value, correct?
Yes, sir.
So which is greater than the, so that's what is called as the heat
Heat
flux value. The what type of boiling occurs?
Nucleate boiling.
Nucleate boiling. Yeah, nucleate boiling, that is. I will ask the one question is that, so this is the, here, critical heat flux, okay, critical heat flux, that is, it is depending upon the density only, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
it is depending upon the density only. In the previous yesterday classes, we discussed about that one is the, it does not depend upon the velocity of the fluid flow, the viscosity of the fluid flow, or any dimensions of that one is the fluid flow, or any dimensions of the, what is called as a copper, or it may be copper or anything, that one is correct. Okay. It
Yes,
is
sir.
depending upon only that one is the density, means that one is critical heat flux is depending upon the only density of the fluid, correct? Okay, so you have to note down that one is, it is very important. It does not depend upon the any velocity, okay, any thermal conductivity or any, that one is the dynamic viscosity here, that one is, understand, is critical heat flux is directly proportional to the latent heat, HFG here, correct? So this is the what we
Yes,
discussed
sir.
in the previous class, okay? That's why that is the QS is less than the Q critical, okay? So hence the nucleate boiling will be occurs here, that one is, okay? So this is the, how we understood the numerical certain is, understand, okay? So we will solve the under one numerical certain is, okay? So we are taking again the copper pan here, that is, okay? Here, water boiled at the rate of 25 kg per hour, okay? Water boiled at the rate of 25 kg per hour in a polished copper pan, 280 mm in a diameter at atmospheric pressure, assuming nucleate boiling conditions, calculate the temperature of the bottom of the surfaces. Here it will be different for numerical, okay? We need to calculate the, so what is the temperature, surface temperature, okay? Surface temperature of the copper pan here, okay? Surface temperature of the copper pan we need to calculate here, okay? So what is that? How to calculate that? What is the surface temperature of the copper pan, that is, okay? So here the diameter is given, copper pan of the diameter. So you have to note down M is given, okay? Mass per rate 25 kg per hour is given, 25 divided by 3600, that's a kg per second, you'll get that one is, understand, okay? Then D is equal to 280 mm, understand, 0.280 meter, okay? Then TS is equal to temperature of the surface. You need to calculate that one is, understand? Temperature of the surface, you need to calculate here. Then delta T is called as the excess temperature. How to calculate that delta T, excess temperature? That is TS minus T saturation temperature. What is the T saturation temperature? 100 degrees Celsius, okay? So that one is, so if you know this excess temperature, understand, excess temperature, you already know about that one is the saturation temperature of the water, then you can easily calculate the, what is the surface temperature of the, what is called as the pan. Are you getting Sakib here, what I'm telling? Yeah, yes,
Yes, sir.
yeah, if we know this excess temperature,
Excess
and
temperature.
yeah, is the saturation temperature of the water is 100 degrees Celsius, then you can easily calculate that one is the, so that one is called as the surface temperature of the copper pan, okay? How to calculate the excess temperature, okay? Only you need to calculate the excess temperature here, understand? So that is from the heat flux, okay, formula. From the, this is called as here, listen here. So this is here, delta T here, okay? So from this equation, you need to calculate the what is called as delta T here. But in order to calculate the delta TE, you need to calculate the QS, correct? Okay? So QS you need to calculate. How to calculate the QS? That is Q divided by A. So how to calculate the Q? M into HFG divided by A, correct? Understand?
Yes, sir.
Q, how to calculate M into HFG? Okay. So if you know Q, then you can calculate the QS. So after calculating the QS, you have to substitute here. Then after substituting the QS, you need to calculate delta TE. And after delta TE calculated, so then you can calculate the TS here. Okay. So this is the way of calculating things. So first, before going to calculate these things, okay, using this formula, you have to note down the properties of water at 100 degrees Celsius. Understand? Properties of water at 100 degrees Celsius. So all these properties, okay, I think in the previous 3 more problems, you use same properties, you note on that one is, and this CS value for the copper water from the data handbook 0.013. So for the nuclear boiling, you have to note down that one is. Then heat flux equation from the data handbook, you have to note down here that one is. But you need to, okay, you need to calculate the delta T excess temperature. For that one, you need to calculate the heat flux. Heat flux is equal to capital Q divided by A. But capital Q is equal to M into HFG. HFG is you note down already. M is given already in the statement of the problem, 25 kg per hour. You have to convert that one into the what is called as kg per second. You can go, okay. A is equal to d square. 5 by 4, 0.28. So you have to, so necessarily it's not down here. 0.28 meters square here. Okay. Then QS is equal to 25 divided by 3600. Correct? Why? Because you need to take that means kg per second. Correct? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Then 2257. So HFG is 2257 into 10 raised to 3. 5 is 10 raised to 3. So you have to convert that one into the kilojoules per kg to the joules per kg, correct? So the HFG is in kilojoules per kg. So 2257 kilojoules per kg, you have to convert that one into the joules per kg. So divided by area here, that's what is 5 by 4, 0.28 bracket square. Then you will get that one is a QS value is equal to 254,544 watt per meter square here. Understand? Substitute these values here in this equation, okay? Then you can calculate the delta T here. So substitute all these values here. So QS values, all these properties values in this here. So only that's one thing you should know about this one is delta T you need to calculate. So delta T is parameter to be calculated. So you will get the delta T is equal to 12.2. Understand? 12.2. So this is called as the excess temperature. Understand? Excess temperature. But delta TE is equal to TS minus T saturation. Understand? 12.2 is equal to TS minus 100 degrees Celsius. Then surface temperature is equal to 112.2 degrees Celsius. This is the surface temperature, bottom surface of the copper pan here that it is. Okay. I think you understood all of you thing, and for this, the 4 numericals and the boiling is enough to understand the concept of the boiling, and this also, as per the examination point of view, this is also enough for these things. If you have any questions that so today's classes, you can ask about that. Okay. Sakib, are you here? My audible?
Yeah, I am here. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any questions? You can ask.
No, sir.